So like I was saying, for those of you that are actually waking up with different things happening with health right now, all this is sitting in the health house, needing to take care of yourself, how much you're doing for other people, just um, a whole lot of pretty much looking at your health and other people's health around you and how it's being affected. Especially since we have Mercury and Pluto, it's like people are going to want to be talking about it. Some people are going to find it very boring, while other people are going to be very like, I need to work on my like shit and get my stuff together, which I've been telling myself that today. So yes, I am definitely part of the collective with needing to take care of my health. But with this energy, also having some Aquarian energy in there because the conjunction's in there as well, it's trying to make us kind of look at the structures or restrictions we put on our own health, like limiting beliefs. Like I know some of us, including myself, going through different health issues, it's very easy to stay in the mindset of I am ill as opposed to like I'm getting better each day, which was really, that was a big lesson I had to learn this year. Coming from pretty much dying and having to learn to walk and all this other crap again. But it's like you have to change the mindset, because when I was really stuck in the thing of like, why did this happen? Why am I having to do this? It was like harder for me to progress. But as soon as I started looking at, hey, I can do this now, I can, it's like each little step pretty much started opening thing. Oh my gosh, guys, my twang is trying to come out on here. I don't know why. It's so weird. I do have a Cancer ascendant, but this full moon is actually conjunct my Jupiter and my Chiron in my 12th house. So can easily see why I'm having this huge just moon obsession at the moment, because it's just like, let's expand things with the moon. But it's also very healing because having Chiron over there. But I don't know if people need to actually hear this, and this is why this is coming out, but if you're able to look at these steps you're taking each day, like whether it's not something as crazy as what I went through, like having to relearn things, but even if you're getting sick, like, you know, letting yourself rest, doing the little things where you don't feel guilty and like actually like pep yourself up, like, hey, I'm finally like taking care of myself. I mean, look at how much water I drank today, like, you know, little things, instead of like looking at it like it's a daunting task. Like, look at things like you're actually grateful for each thing that you're able to do, and then it helps you kind of move through these things. But one thing that is interesting about this full moon, just like the conjunction, we have an interception going between these energies. I can't remember the interception we have with the conjunction, but with this full moon, there's an interception with Libra and Aries energy. Now, this is something that is going to affect each of us differently, obviously, but one thing we need to look at here is the fact that this interception is holding Chiron and Mars. So a lot of us, obviously it's going to possibly affect us and make us not understand why certain things are happening to our energy, and this is, you know, forming all these connections to what's sitting in the house right now. So in the 6th house is what I mean with all that stellium stuff. So our energy is going to be directly impacted by stuff going on with our health right now, whether we're waking up sick or we're just waking up feeling very drained. And talking about it is going to be something that helps some of us, but we need to make sure it's people that But what did the connection go bad? It was being funky earlier. I don't know if it messed up again. It's been really weird. But that's another thing. I'm just letting whatever happened with the internet today. Yeah. I'm just going with it. At this point, it's gonna do what it's gonna do. But well, maybe I'll care just a teeny bit and do this and see if that kind of resets it a little bit. Hopefully that helps. But what is, I like how you put a little hee there with it too. But having this energy going on, a lot of us are just going to be like, why the hell am I getting sick? And it can make some of us very frustrated and irritated because some of it's actually happening to make us slow down and actually take stock of some of these things, especially if we've been feeling very blocked off. Because this, I was all excited. But with this energy here, it's pretty much showing us that we are having this repulsion and pull energy happening between our creativity, but also what we're willing to share within communities, especially since it's the moon's energy that is stuck in this like the 11th house, the one of like dreams and community. So it's almost like our innermost feelings and our subconscious that we're not really used to expressing. It's like we're having this push to kind of like put it out more publicly, but at the same time it's this like kind of jarring feeling that we're needing to balance out with our ego as well, because I feel in this sense with the sun being in Capricorn and this being 8 degrees at this full moon. But I'm so glad you guys like the emojis. But with it being an 8 energy, this is the energy of hard work, building foundations, and also very Saturn-like energy. And looking at where Saturn is, it's directly connecting to the energy of Aquarius. So we have Saturn Aquarius energy in this health house, and then we have this 8 degree Saturn energy sitting on the sun and the full moon. I mean, the sun and the moon making the full moon at its opposition in 8 degrees, connecting to the 11th house. Now, this is really about trying to break these structures, like I was saying. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot more mental health things start being broadcast on the internet, just because there's such this pull towards health right now and trying to break down stigmas and really express these things. Because the North Node, hey Ruby, the North Node is actually sitting in the 11th house as well. So this is really having almost an obsession with needing to express this. And but this is really pulling us to express it more publicly, which some of us is going to be like, oh hell no, am I doing that? But this isn't the internet for everybody, obviously, but definitely on the internet we're probably going to see more of these energies where people are actually trying to communicate these different things with health, whether it's physical health, invisible illnesses. And the reason I'm saying this is because having Capricorn being that physical earth sign, it's almost like we could easily see how this would crop up in physical illnesses, but also with Aquarius, it has more of this unseen nature, so it can be invisible, it can be mental, health. Like, I really feel like, I don't know why. It's probably because of all this moon stuff I've been doing. But I really feel like there's going to be a big pull on the internet with health with this moon. Like, something is going to happen or shift coming into this energy that's going to pull health to the forefront on a lot of platforms. It could also be an influx of people, especially, I mean, we're coming up on New Year's, guys. I could easily see, since everyone's on the internet right now, especially with certain predicaments we're all in, depending on where we live, easily can see a lot of New Year's resolutions coming up where it's like health is at the forefront and everyone is like making community buddies and really expressing what they want to do, so that way the community is built around being able to like help each other along instead of feeling like we're alone and trying to get our shit together. And another thing that's happening here is we actually have Neptune still in Pisces for like ever, but we have Neptune in Pisces sitting in the 8th house. Now, with this planet and energy of Pisces, like its home, you know, I almost said home state, but with it chilling in this energy is pretty much adding to this like subconscious feeling over here being pulled out, because this house of hidden energy, or dealing, like a lot of us are probably dealing with different things, dealing with like legality and paperwork, especially like I said, going through what we're going through right now. Different laws are being passed right now, different things are being signed right now that are really impacting us on this level. And I really feel like some of these things are going to start being voiced, especially since Uranus retrograde, still retrograde for a little bit, is in this 10th house energy. It's in this like public image energy where it's tearing up people's public image and the comfort that they find in it. So it's really going to be breaking those things apart. Like and this is why I feel like these stigmas are going to be getting ripped up also, is because it's coming in and just doing all these unexpected things that are literally having a toll on people's health. And that really makes you have to change things. You can't stay in comfort if it's literally killing you. And if you make the choice to stay there and it's killing you, then that's a choice you're choosing to make, and that's what's being brought out here. Now, we also have, along with the sun in our 5th, really saying what I was earlier with the ego and the hard work of being able to work past this need for security, possibly monetary security and stability, and just being able to express ourselves and follow the intuition with it, especially with the moon sitting in the house of dreams. It's like a lot of us are just being pulled by pure intuition right now to follow our dreams, but it can be very hard. And it's coming from our creativity, for those of us that are very tuned into it and been working very hard at it. It's almost like a karmic thing is going to be coming back right now. Also, we have Venus and Sagittarius sitting in the 5th house as well. This is really bringing that expansion to the way we see relationships, but also the relationships that really bring out our creativity, that make us go into like being goofy and childlike, to help us heal our inner child and make us want to learn. It really embraces spirituality. And in doing these things, it helps us heal that part of our ego that's trying to stay protected, so that way we feel more with our heart and follow the intuition into our dreams right now. Because this whole energy actually has very strong overall Leo energy because of the rising of this chart. So it really is about getting in touch with that inner child and your heart, and that being what people are seeing on you and them respecting it and holding it in high regard. And I already talked about how the midheaven's in Taurus, but right now, of course, that means that I see that starts the fourth house of Scorpio. And that's really bringing this really, a lot of hidden things that are within our souls, within our ancestry, to light, and putting this feeling that we need to dive deeper, we need to understand, and we need to unearth the secrets there in order for it to actually help our health, because it ties back to Pluto in our sixth house. So a lot of these things we're discovering about ourselves is actually very healthy and can help us break patterns that have actually been either making us sick without us knowing it, draining us of our energy, having a huge toll on our mental health, or possibly just bringing things to light that people don't talk about and how it actually affects others. So that is pretty much what I want to say out of the chart. Is 222. just so you guys, if you want to know about some numbers, followed by numbers everywhere. But I'm gonna stop the chart there and go into